How's it, everybody, and thanks for sitting down. So today I've sat down with Theo. Theo is our customer success manager, and his role at BRBD is to work with our clients closely to, number one, work out if the leads coming in are good, get feedback, and if they're not, then he comes back to us and says, guys, we've got some work to do. And number two is he works with our clients to turn those leads that are coming in into paying clients, through sales coaching, looking at new strategies, and taking things from there. So with that in mind, I asked him to sit down with us today to see if we could learn something around sales and some things that maybe you could be doing that you hadn't considered to improve sales in your business. Theo, thanks for joining me. Thanks for sitting down.
Thanks for having me.
Great. So Theo, what's one big thing that you find most people miss when it comes to sales and following up with leads?
Okay, so I'll start with following up with leads, and then I'll say what I feel like clients miss.
Okay,
when dealing with them. So first, when it comes to following up, I feel like they aren't consistent, and they will just leave it. Like if they don't get the response, they will just go try and call, and if the person didn't pick up, maybe they'll try another call later in the evening and later in the day, and then the next day they would have given up. But I've seen better results when you WhatsApp them, because if you get it on WhatsApp, you have time during the day and to get back to them. Okay. Another way is email. So just to email, pop through. If you've done all three, then it should be working fine. Okay. And now the other question you asked me with regards to
what they miss.
I feel like when people do sales, sometimes they just sell with the price. They don't give people value. And a lot of the times it would be like they would have a conversation. I mean, they won't have a conversation. They would just be telling them, this is the product and that's all. But if you had a conversation with the client and you understood what it is that they wanted it and why, you could explain to them why this product would fit them so well.
Sure, okay. So money's made in the follow-ups and having a conversation, not just this is what it costs.
Exactly.
So if someone comes onto a call with you, you phone a lead, and their first question to you is what it costs, would you say, no, let's focus down on the features, let's look at what you need?
Exactly, like why were you interested? What made you think of this product? How did you think it could make your life easier? And then you can tell them, okay, this and this and that, depending on the product, you can tell them how it will make their life easier. So you're selling them the product and not just giving them the price.
Wow. It's like, I remember one of the things I saw a while back, and the guy said, hey, if you walk into a McLaren dealership, there's no prices, and he said the guy was inquiring about McLaren, and he's looking around and everything, and he says, so salesman, how much is it? And he says, however many million it is. And he goes, no, wow, it's so expensive. And he's like, why is it so expensive? And he gives him the keys, he says, turn it on, and obviously turns up on, and the V8 pumps up, and goes, and the whole room fills with, the noise. And he says he looks at the guy and he goes, okay, I see why it's going to cost that much. And that's the difference. It's that value. It's like,
100%.
Face value, it just looks like another car, but you turn it on and then you realize it's an experience that you're having in the car.
Yes, you didn't know you were going to get it.
No.
Now that you've experienced it, you're like, okay.
Yeah.
100%.
100%. Wow. So when it comes to follow-ups, because you said that's something a lot of people do, they just give up, one of the common sayings in sales is the money's made in the follow-ups.
100%.
So would you say, waiting a day or two, then going back to a client, or?
I would say waiting a day or two.
Like after you've initially contacted, they come in, you get a hold of them as soon as you can, they don't respond to you, they don't answer your calls, you've sent them all three, as you said, the WhatsApp, the email, and you've tried to phone them. You haven't got through to them. Would you wait a day or two? Would you wait a week? Like, what would you do there?
I would wait a day or two, and I would try, when I do get back to them on the second day, I would try to bring more value. So on the second day, if I got hold of them, definitely bring them value. But obviously if I did not get hold of them on the second day, I would try to follow up the week after. But I also feel like it depends on the product that it is. Because sometimes some periods of the month people aren't looking about certain products.
So I mean that's very true. Even if I look at our own company, end of the month, the last week of the month, we're pumping because everybody suddenly is like, cool, money's in, like let's get things started for the new month. And I think that's obviously common with a lot of businesses. The other thing I wanted to say to you, what you were saying now, is lead with value. I really like that. I mean, I know one thing we do, and tell me if I'm wrong, but it's probably something a lot of companies could do, is that like sending out, for example, of case studies or testimonial videos is something we've done, or where we explain methodologies we've used with other clients. Would you say that's something to just pop them an email, even if I hadn't come back to you, just be like, hey Brad, I saw you're in a similar business to Ethan, here's a quick video of how we helped him.
Yes, exactly.
Something like that. Or here's a before and after of a project we did at someone's house over here. Would you say that's helped?
100%, especially if it has some type of educational value, or just value in general, where this would make their business or them better, where they learn something from you, then 100%. 100%. Because they will think about you when they're doing the thing that you've taught them, and they'll be like, okay, well, let me use them.
So we've identified values, obviously really important. Now, I'm going to ask a bit of a hard question now.
Okay.
But what do you say in a message? Let's take it out of a call, because I know a lot of people generally don't like to call out off the bat. We all send emails. So if you're sending, say, a WhatsApp message, because I know that's something you often push for, just send them a WhatsApp. You'll get through to them. Like, what do you say in that message to actually get a response? Like, are you sending them like a long message detailing how your service is working? Like, what are you saying?
Well, it will be a quick message, just with the introduction, and obviously they've shown interest. That's how you got their number. So you can just like a punchy, quick message, and sometimes even a voice note. A voice note helps because they would have to listen to that, to open it, to listen to it, and you definitely know they've heard it. So and confidence, if you're doing the voice note, be confident, punchy, and value.
Wow.
In the voice note.
So voice notes. So you wouldn't say that voice notes get like a little bit too unprofessional?
Well, but like if you're gonna send it, be confident and
professional.
Like don't send a
don't send a voice note and you hear the toilet flushing in the background.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay. Sure, but you say it's a nice personal way to like reach people.
100%. There's also like gifts. So like a voice note with a gift, maybe of like the company's logo, or
your gifts now. We're getting technical, man. Yo, okay.
But with WhatsApps, I also feel like if your business if you have a business WhatsApp, that also could help a ton, because automations, so templates and stuff like that. If you're not able to reach them ASAP, it just does it for you. So definitely look into that if you don't have one already.
Wow, that's cool. I like that. Now, one thing we've spoken about a little bit before, Theo, normal WhatsApp, business WhatsApp. What's the difference? And like, is it worth you getting a business WhatsApp? Because I mean, we've seen a lot of clients come to us, they're running everything through their personal WhatsApp number, same place they're messaging their wife. Like, what's the difference? Is there a difference? Yeah.
Some of my clients didn't even have WhatsApp, a personal WhatsApp that they would use. But the difference between it, I would say, is the one is your personal WhatsApp, so it's not really broadcasting your business's messages, like your product or what it is that you stand for.
So it includes like lots of information about your business and stuff.
Yes.
In your bio.
In your bio, exactly, 100%.
I'm gonna get Ethan to chuck in a nice scrolly thing here, so you can see what we're talking about. But I guess it includes like a lot of more information.
100%, and also like I said, the templates. So like if you aren't able to reach them immediately, you got an outgoing message saying like, just an acknowledgement, can I say?
So you don't have to type it out. You can just click and like.
It does it automatically. So if someone messages you and you're not on your phone, we'll send a message out.
Oh, so like, hey, I'm away. I'm at a client at the moment. I'll get back to you soon.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Okay, that's great. So then they're also like, oh, I got to the right place. I've messaged the right person.
100%.
Okay.
And then with the personal WhatsApp, you don't really have this, because obviously you've got your friends and your family members on there. And it's also just your statuses are personal. It's not about your business.
Yeah.
So I do think it's great value.
Now, Theo, let's dive into like feedback a little bit. As part of your position. How often do you like to touch base with your clients?
Okay, so I like to touch base with my clients on Mondays. I like to touch base with them like twice a week or a minimum once a week. But I ask them what is preferable for them. Okay. Because people work different times and they have free time different times. So the best thing is just to establish with them what best suits them, and from there try to stick to the best of your abilities with said client.
Wow.
Make a routine.
That's cool, man. Sure.
Yes.
And would you say there's any Yo, I'm trying to think now. I don't think I have anything else to say.
Any problem with feedback? Like
I don't feel like I want to get into
negatives? I don't think there's negatives to
I
feedback.
don't want to go to negatives.
No, but I don't think there's any.
No.
Because it's just, you know how to do something better the next time.
Well, well, thanks everyone for tuning in. I hope that's been useful. As always, remember to follow, like, and share, and all those wonderful things. And yeah, and if you have any questions regarding sales that you'd like Theo or myself to answer, either comment them below and we'll get back to you, or send an email to hello@brbdmarketing.co.za.